Alan Eagleson and the NHL player scandal is what we're going to talk about next. Now, Robert Alan Eagleson occupies a unique place in our sports scandals in Monday morning ethics, being the only person to have the potential imprisonment in two countries, Canada and the United States. In the beginning months of 1998, Eagleson chose to be jailed in Canada and was fined $1 million in Canadian dollars. He served 6 months in a medium security prison. Born in Ontario, Canada on April 24, 1933, Eagleson loved hockey and the law. He pursued the study of law and began to see where there might be opportunities for him to direct his efforts as a promoter and an agent. So at the beginning of his career as an agent, Eagleson fought on behalf of a player against the owner of another hockey team. And he helped another player get his amateur status reinstated. He had much higher aspirations, though. He wanted power and money and status. As an agent, the very first player Eagleson was able to get under contract was the great Bobby Orr of the Boston Bruins. In 1975, when Orr's contract was up for renewal, Eagleson played Orr against both the Boston Bruins and the Chicago Blackhawks. Now, Boston made Orr a fantastic offer, including ownership in the team, but Eagleson hid the offer from Orr. So, Orr signed with the Blackhawks, where bad knees restricted his playing time. The bitter feud between the Bruins and Eagleson helped cut Orr's career short. The facts would not come out until, well, many years later. If all that weren't bad enough, Eagleson's mismanagement of Orr's finances so badly that in 1980 Orr had gone bankrupt. Before those kinds of stories surfaced, however, Eagleson's popularity as an agent was like sky high. He turned his attention to the resurrection of the NHLPA. Eagleson became the first executive director of the NHLPA. He promised to give the players what they had long sought: pensions and insurance plans to cover injuries. He represented about 20 players and was president of the Players Association. In 1989, a newer generation of players' agents tried to crack Eagleson's grip on the league. They claimed that, as president of the Players Association, he wasn't giving other agents access to the players, the league, or even the basic support they needed. They also claimed he wasn't reporting his expenses. Evidence of Eagleson's wrongdoing, which including diverting money from advertising and improperly lending the NHLPA pension money to friends, was overwhelming. So players voted to oust Eagleson, but the NHLPA Executive Committee, stacked with Eagleson cronies, overturned the vote. What really led to Eagleson's downfall was the power of the press. Papers began an in-depth series of features on the NHLPA and its president, and the results of investigations were, to put it mildly, shocking. For example, Ed Key, a minor league hockey player, suffered a career-ending brain injury and had to go on disability. The NHLPA was supposed to award Key $100,000 to help him recover, but Eagleson hadn't paid the insurance premiums for the minor league players. Now, he never informed Key that the insurance had lapsed. The drumbeat against Eagleson grew louder until 1994, when the FBI charged Eagleson with 34 counts of fraud. The charges, well, they led to Eagleson's imprisonment. Power, well, it can become an addiction that can cloud any original intention or accomplishment, no matter how good. The initial problem here is that a man who was an active agent was also able to become president of a sports association. Even back then, I'm sure many people looking at it would have said it's a clear conflict of interest. Eagleson saw an opportunity for great power, but he didn't realize the tremendous responsibility that comes with that opportunity and power. His actions show exactly why in any association you can't function effectively if there's a conflict of interest. Do one job and do it really well. So, how does a person become so powerful within an organization that all dissent or criticism of him is barred? In truth, it's the oldest set of influences of all, through fear and intimidation. Eagleson and his cronies became powerful. The guys who got crushed, well, they were the players. The NHL player scandal underscores the need for continually training agents and associations on ethics issues. Hey, in Monday Morning Ethics, we cover 31 of the most important sports scandals of the past 75 years. And if you want to purchase a copy of Monday Morning Ethics, go to leadershipbooks.com or pick up a copy on amazon.com. And hey, subscribe below as we share more of the scandals from Monday Morning Ethics.